Alright guys, welcome to my work basket, and for this Friday flip, I flipped through an old magazine and just chat with you about what I see, and I'd love for you to chat with me in the comments. Talk to me about if you've seen, have you seen any of these before? Do you own something from one of these ads? Have you made one of these patterns? Did your relative always make the recipe? I mean, just like, what inspires you? What gets you chatting about anything in these issues? Let me know in the comments. So, this particular issue that we're going to do today is December 1958. The Work Basket. This is the oldest one I've recorded so far. I'm recording several issues in a row today. After this is going to be the last one. This was actually probably going to be a little bit of a short video because it is a thinner magazine and I actually have to go cook dinner soon. So my lazy day of magazine flipping has to come to an end. And I'll tell you right off the bat, starting with the thread crochet tablecloth is a very 1958. Like, you can see how it went from thread crochet in 1958 to the 1977 issue from a previous video being much, just the time difference that people spent. Hopefully I remember to post these in order. If not, and I haven't done the 1977 issue, that'll be coming next. So hopefully I don't misspeak and tell you there. Alright, so this is December 1958. Let's get started. Women's Circle magazine on this page. Cindy Lou, the world's best dressed doll. Always some tips here. A very unique frosting spatula has been introduced. Makes those swirly, delicious looking cakes an easy task. Can be used for buttering breads and other spreads also. So simple to use, you're sure to be delighted. No idea where to find it, but it exists. Okay, so the luncheon cloth as shown on front cover, that's the large tablecloth. Also equally charming when used to make a chair set or a runner. A filet placemat. I actually love filet crochet. It's really fun to do. But that's a really nice pattern. That's another one I could picture replicating, So, baby name books. Look at these finds. Look at these savings. Let's see if I can get a couple of these on camera. I'm never quite sure when I bring something up to the camera how clear it is or isn't. It seems to depend a lot on the lighting. So forgive me if all of these are just insanely blurry anyway. I'll learn eventually, I'm sure. Angora headband. Imagine using an Angora yarn, which nowadays is so expensive, and just making a headband for a little girl. That makes me think it would be for special events. Rose handkerchief corner. It's fun. It's easy. It's profitable. Create lovely, colorful dolls with Dress-A-Doll discs. Interesting. So these are discs you would apparently buy in a box and then sew together in different ways to make different puffy dresses for dolls. Only made by Johnson & Johnson. That's an interesting one. I wonder if I'll ever find any of those. This is the type of thing I love to look at because I do so much thrift shopping and vintage shopping that I'm like, if I ever saw this, it'd be really neat. And I actually have been looking at a really old, I think it was actually a Sears catalog reprint from about the 1900s. And I saw an ad for a darning egg. And I was like, holy smokes. Right next to me on the couch at the same exact time, I had the same exact item from the picture that I had just bought in a thrift store and was looking through while I looked through the book. So it's cheesy, but I just love when that happens. I just get a kick out of it. It's like it all comes together for me. And So yeah, I love when that happens, that you just get, you know. A lot of these older issues I find kind of have a little bit less to point out. They were a lot smaller usually, not all of them. I do have some that are very thick issues. But I just felt like there was a little less, like especially a thin 50s issue, I can flip through a lot faster. Okay, so this is one, I've seen this ad many times. The Real Dolls, 1 penny each, and it's $100 for $1. I have always been so insanely curious what these were like. Up to 4 inches. If you've ever had these dolls, like, talk to me about it, because I am so curious about this ad. They're made of styrene and synthetic rubber, it says, and I feel like the later ones just say styrene, but I'm so curious about these dolls. Like, what did they look like? What were they like? Was like, did people really buy those? And what did they do with them? And that's just a funny ad that always makes me really curious. These were the days of Postum. Oh goodness, the Postum ads. There's a lot of Postum ads where the mom is like, you know, clearly like really upset looking and yelling over, like, there's literally one where it's like, because I was yelling over spilled milk, and like, it's a coffee free, yeah, I don't know, they still make Postum. I should try that one day for a video. That'd be funny. A sensational closeout sale. Cooker fryer. Funny side note, there was one of these at the thrift store once, and I still kick myself for not getting it. I'm like, that would have been fun to try. I would have been super nervous about it, like burning the house down or something. And I would have been prepared with like a fire extinguisher. But that would have been really neat, especially if it worked and worked fine. I mean, like, that would have been fun to have. So that's one of the items that got away. Christmas cacting. Relieve nagging backaches in seconds. Ooh, I gotta be honest. I mean, I'm not an anatomy expert. So this is the shocking pain caused by misalignment. And definitely there's some like sway back curvature there. But this aligned spine doesn't necessarily look right to me either. Like, both of those seem weird to me. Plant holly for winter garden beauty. Line drawings of the male and female blossoms up there. The Christmas rose. Miniature roses. I actually have miniature roses upstairs in my craft room classroom right now, although I suspect they are very dead. I bought them spontaneously at a grocery store. I read about how they're so easy to take care of, and then, you know, you just plant them outside later in the year, and mine dried up like so quick. I've taken care of watering them, and they don't look pretty. I'll try and show them in like another video. The Mexican shrimp plant is a really neat plant. If you ever have a chance to see that in person, they're just really, really neat looking. We have a like independent plant place near us that usually sells the shrimp plant, and it's really funny to see. I mean, it's still just a plant. It's not like mind-blowing, but it's just a fun one. Don't throw it away. Oh. I wonder what this actually, right, Alice Weaver Ideas Unlimited. I wonder what you would have gotten. Oh, it was an issue. It was a magazine. 40-page, 2-color monthly magazine for teachers and leaders in a limited budget. I bet that was essentially Pack-a-Fun. That's a very Pack-a-Fun kind of ad, but it doesn't say that. So, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. That's the type of thing I'd usually get on the computer or the phone and like look up if that had anything to do with other more common names that I'm familiar with. A mothball centerpiece. Oh, you know what? I've heard about this. So the mothball centerpiece, you add mothballs, citric acid, baking soda, and it creates a chemical reaction. You know what? That might be actually kind of fun to try for science. Like, we homeschool. That might be interesting. Vegetable coloring may be used to color the water when you want to carry out a color scheme for holidays, and you can float a few flowers on top. There's a tongue twister. Float a few flowers. That would be fun. Might try that. All right. Bausch & Lomb pocket magnifier, pocket transistor radio, and the hot water quick. Let me make sure there's no light shining through there. It's like the pocket page with the different little things. Cindy Walker washer doll, and her very own giant dollhouse. Oh, I bet that was cute. 8.5-inch Cindy Walker doll. So the dollhouse would be bigger probably than a standard dollhouse, but considering it's only one floor, probably not by much. I don't know if it says how big the dollhouse is. Oh, 24 by 16-inch dollhouse. So big, but not like insanely huge. There's that accordion ad. I'm going to point that out probably every time. I feel like there's one in every Workbasket magazine. Have you heard about these items? Don't be fat. Just put this weird thing on your stomach. That's, oh goodness. I actually, I mean, it's funny to make fun of, but I actually just bought, honestly, something almost similar. I just bought a vibration plate recently for myself. I call it a Shakerator. It's not to lose weight, though. I've heard it's really good for, like, chronic pain and fatigue and things like that. But yeah, so it's, I was asking my friend, I was like, you know those things that you see on videos where it's like shaking the grandma's butt? Like, that's kind of what I compare the vibration plate to, the modern version of that. Anyway, I call it the Shakerator. It's kind of funny, but... Oh, you know what? I have one of these. I hope you can see this. It's not the greatest picture anyway. Magic adding machine subtracts, multiplies, and calculates to only 88 cents. Guaranteed as accurate as $100 electric office machines, but you pay only 88 cents. Precision engineered instrument never makes a mistake. Just dial your numbers like dialing the telephone, and there's your answer in seconds. Thousands of uses. I do. I have one of these or something that, I mean, it looks just like that picture. I'll have to dig that out. That would be kind of neat. So, all right. And I just in a video was saying how this is always a different type of article, but it's not this time. So that is that. December 1958, the Workbasket. I hope you enjoy this Friday flip. It's something I intend to keep doing because I have hundreds of magazines, of vintage magazines I can share with you. I have craft magazines. I have homemaking magazines. I have, you know, specific to crochet. I have some great old magazines. So I got the idea for Friday Flip as a way of sharing it with you because that's kind of how this whole thing started for me, of crafting, having a website and everything, and all related to my vintage magazine collection. So this is a 1958 issue. I don't have very many duplicates of these older issues, but if you see anything that you want to make in here, you can contact me and I will see. Also, there's a website called Antique Pattern Library, and they have scans of many of these old Workbasket issues for free. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had, 15 minutes of fun with this Friday flip. If anything jumped out at you as pretty or interesting or crazy or wild, please chat me up in the comments. Talk to me about what jumped out at you about this issue. Thank you for watching and have a great day.